Hi, hi. Nice to see you all. So let's see if people would join the live stream. Yeah, I'm a little bit earlier today. Actually, I wanted to invite other TikToker to this live call, and I can invite people. So I never did it. So let's see if it's working. If he's in the house. Oh no, it's working. Hi.
Super. Hello. Okay, one
It's our
second.
first live call as well.
What?
Much love to Switzerland, by the way. People all over the world are in the house.
Really perfect. Let's speak to the world tonight.
Yes. How are you doing, brother?
I'm so good. This weekend was extremely brutal, but a lot better now. How are you?
Yes. Yes, the same. So the weekend was brutal. And
Yeah.
in the morning today as well, I felt a lot of energies came down, attacks as
Mhm.
well, but also many, many upgrades, and now it's better again.
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you, and I think the people can hear you now.
Okay. Setting my tripod up, kind of. Need a better tripod.
Hi, much love to Israel.
Ooh, here we
So
go. Okay.
cool. People all over the world are coming together. So you had the same impulse like me to start with TikTok, and
Yeah,
you
yeah.
heard
It
the
was
call and you did it, and you had no clue why.
finally felt it, and I'm like, okay, now I see. Now I see why I've been guided to start this.
Yes, yes, it is a lot of fun. Because in this live, I wanted to talk a little bit about psychic attacks and how to stay heart centered. If you have some quick tools or ideas.
Yeah, yeah. I like to do breath work for being one. I'm going to list off a few, but breath work is one of the most crucial for me. When starseeds collide, we break the matrix.
Yeah, I think so too. Everything is
Honestly.
crumbling.
Yeah. Okay. To answer your question, breath work has been so fundamental in cleansing my energy because we're little balls of light, and when we're out in public, we also take on the darkness of others, the emotions that are repressed, and other traumas that we have unconsciously taken on. And so,
Yeah.
whenever I do breath work, it brings up those old energies and allows me to tap through my thinking mind into the feeling. I feel like sometimes we're so up here that it's hard to be in the body. And so
Mm-hmm.
breath work is such an amazing tool to reset and to recalibrate. Breath work, what else? There is this throat chakra method I just found out recently, and it's called the infinity method. And if you
Mm-hmm.
want to clear your throat chakra and align more to your truth, then place your left hand on your throat and your right hand on your behind gently, and then just connect the circuit of fingers in the infinity method, and then say, "Only divine truth shall leave this vessel. Only divine truth shall enter." And you say that 3 times, and it immediately clears. It's so amazing what it does.
Okay. I never tried it. So how or when were you guided to breath work?
Yeah, about 2 years ago. No, let's see. I really started to teach it about a year ago. 2 years ago, I started to embody it. I took this class on University, secretenergy.com. Highly advise them.
Mm-hmm.
Learned about Tantra, how to accelerate the multidimensional energies with breath, and
Mm-hmm.
realized that there's so many fundamental tools that we can use with our breath, and that we're often breathing, but we're not consciously breathing. And so
Yes, of
that really
course.
was wild for me because we're so stagnant with these fight or flight energies.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what about you though? What are some energy cleansing tools that you found in your awakening?
Mm-hmm. What I do is I stay in the present moment, and I always stay centered here as best as I can in my heart, and I do it intuitive. So
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
not a routine for real. So when my heart is guiding me to breath work, then I do it. When my heart is telling me take a shower, then I take a shower. Because I
Always take
believe our soul is communicating always with us. And actually,
all.
we know exactly what to do to feel
Mm,
better, to take care of our avatar. So our
mm-hmm.
soul is always speaking to us. So in this, like, I'm all rounder. I do everything when I'm
Yeah.
guided to. This helps me most, even to stay in the present moment, and it's helping me always to ground and to
Mm,
feel my body.
mm,
And I feel body, mind, and soul is important. These three. They are connected. Yeah. When you take care of your body, when you eat healthy food, then you become more positive. You have more positive thoughts. When you have more positive thoughts, then you have more power. Yeah, so it's all connected. And then you are more connected to the cosmic dimensions as well.
Literally,
Did you discover the same? As more as you grounded, as more you are able to channel?
It's like whenever I'm in that heart coherence, it's easier for me to tap into that flow state vibe that allows me to channel the higher dimensional energies and also the heart-based frequencies. It becomes very natural for me to do, especially after a breathwork session, because I'm outside of the thinking mind and I'm more inside of the flow state vibe where it's up and down, left and right, always connecting and flowing. And so those are simple ways or ways that I've found. And recently, I love that you said mind, body, spirit, because a lot of people think that we should just be spiritual, but really nourishing your physical vessel is super spiritual. And I was just talking to a friend of this where we take care of our car and our house, but how often are we taking care of this temple? And this temple is the gateway to heaven, if you will.
Yes, of course. It's like a car.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's incarnation in the car and the vehicle.
Yes, and I like the metaphor to be like a tree as well, because when you have very strong roots, then the tree is able to grow. When the roots are too weak, so the tree, boom, is always breaking and crumbling. So most of us empaths or starseed souls, we always want to talk to our galactic team, right? We always want to channel. Many of us don't belong here.
That's
we have this feeling we don't belong. We want to go back home. Yeah, and then it's like we're taking off, and then it's like we don't get a connection anymore to the material plane.
We have to stay rooted while we ascend.
Yes, of course, and I figured that out as well. Grounding is so important at the moment. What do you get about TikTok? So about the energy.
So much better. First off, there's a lot of chaotic energies too, but it's so much more like aligning to people that are with the heart-based missions that are creating the content online. Versus TikTok, or not TikTok, Instagram is very confining for me to grow, and I really haven't grown on there on Instagram. And so TikTok just matches my frequency way much better.
Yes, I fully understand. It's so fun that you received the same impulse like me. So at the beginning, I had the same thoughts. Oh my gosh, why TikTok?
Right, yes, same. I was like,
TikTok? I don't know how to do they're always dancing and almost naked, so why TikTok?
Literally. I was like, I don't know how to do those fancy dances. It didn't take me forever to learn. So, and then Spirit was like, no, just speak your spirit, and then people will find you, and that's what happened. Literally, this has been a culmination of about 5 months of work, and in 5 months, it's already like soared over 50,000 followers, and I'm like, what am I even on right now?
Yes, your channel is growing so crazy. It's so it's like this is your platform. Of course it is. So, and this is a good example, I think, when you trust your heart, guys. When you let go of control, just do it. Don't have no expectations, nothing. You just do it. So then it's working. Exactly. I experienced that so many times, even with TikTok videos. Yeah, when I spend so much time in editing, or in the vocals. So it's like, okay, you feel the resistance. It actually is not so light, because it's not born from fun. Just do it, and then not so many people seeing this video, and these videos have not so many views, but especially this video in which I had no expectations. Just turn the camera on, blah 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 blah. This video, boom. Yeah. And I'm always so surprised. So why this video?
Yeah, literally, my first video that went like I guess low-key viral was something that I was just really chill about. Like I wasn't manufacturing a type of vibe like I usually do on Instagram because I used to work as a model, and so you have to like manufacture a vibe that's oftentimes not authentic. And so with the TikTok, I was just free flow me being weird with my channeling self. And that's what really got the attention. I'm like, okay, wow, like I'm actually being valued by the by the being that I am with the people on here that are authentic too. And so TikTok is life changing.
Yes, of course. Maybe this story inspires you guys. So just do it. Let go of control, and it is the best protection. It is when we trust our inner guidance, our intuition. It is the best protection, even from psychic attacks as well. Do you have any tips for starseed souls when they feel so confused? Because I observed that by so many starseed souls.
So, what I would recommend to starseeds, especially on the beginning of your journey, know that you're never off the beaten path. You're never off the path to home. All paths lead to home, and all paths lead to your abilities. Even the darkest of nights and the brightest of days, all paths will lead you to your awakening. You're never lost, ever. Feeling lost is a social construct in this fear-based society. And so what they feed off of is our confusion. But if you know within your heart that even if you make a mistake or you step off your path a little bit, you are never off the path for good. And I just want to let everybody know that one for sure, because there have been many times where I've been confused and the confusion rules me. And where that confusion is just it's false evidence appearing real, creating these stories and these narratives in my mind, when really when I get out of my mind, I'm here. I'm always here.
Yes, beautiful, beautiful. This is happening when we stop too much here in the head, and when we try to grasp life, the God, or whatever, just with the head. It is not working. And I know there's spreading so much confusion, even in the spiritual community. So when we want to embody New Earth, it's basic that we stay centered here, and there is no confusion. There is no guilt when you stay centered here. And even the AI technology can't grasp the heart.
Nope. Yeah, it's like
It's impossible.
live in
so that's why it is the best protection.
The ones that are trying to rule the society only live in 4D, but where we got them is that love-based frequency, that source-based feeling.
Yeah, it is. It is. So it is the best protection. So I hope it inspires you a little bit. So don't wait any longer. That's what I tell my community always. So many starseed souls are so connected to their hearts, to their intuition, but so many starseed souls are struggling and they believe they are wrong, or they have a low self-esteem. Yeah, they don't believe in themselves, but actually we know it. Everyone has the power. So when you are centered here, you know what to do, and it's so simple. Children, they have this connection as well. And it is so simple. So
exactly that they want to keep us in that fear-based state so that we don't play, so that we don't love, so that we don't laugh. See, these are some of the highest frequencies, because when you see kids, they're always playing, loving, and laughing. But when we grow up, the fear starts to inflict toxicity within our minds, keeping us away from being in that flow state play, that flow state love, that flow state laughter, joy, optimism. It's all natural, and they suggest these unnatural things and through so many devices. And so it's so imperative to keep playing, to keep.
So my tip is, when you want to be sure if this is the right path for you, this is helping me. I feel it here in my heart. Does it feel light or heavy? When I feel, only when I imagine that, when my heart is like this, when I feel this heaviness, then you can be sure it's not the right path. When you feel excitement, yes, or like a child, so it's like you feel you're in a fire and it's getting light, then you can be sure it is the way of the heart. Actually, we were born with this connection. Children got this connection, so it's like we stepped too much here. This is what we learned.
We can't think our way to awakening. We have to feel our way to awakening. Yeah.
Of course. We got the question, is there any reason why we shaved our hair?
I knew we would get that.
Yes, I was waiting as well.
Well, do you want to go first?
Yes, I can do. At one hand, my galactic self, as of all that.
Yes. Uh-huh.
I feel better with a bald head, and to me, it's happening the opposite. When I have a bald head, I'm more connected to the cosmos.
Yes.
I
Yes. Same.
feel better. It's like I feel more clean. I can channel better, and it reminds me always of my galactic self.
I literally like I'm starting to see my galactic self more, and he's always been bald, and I feel like he's like manifesting through this finally. And for me, I lost my hair at the age of 13, and it can't grow it right now. But
Mm-hmm.
it's so uncanny with how precise that was to make me embody my higher self at a young age.
Mm,
But yeah,
okay.
we totally look like brother and sister though from another star system.
Yeah, it was so fun. So I can remember it was on Facebook, right? That people added they told me, hey, take a look at him. It's like you look like siblings on
Yeah,
Facebook.
yeah.
And then they added your account and it was like, oh my gosh. Yes, for real, a
Literally.
similar vibration. And even your body is almost like mine, even when I'm a woman.
Right, right. It's like
And even the
we're
style, your style is the same, your clothes a little bit. So because I like
100% though.
yes, it is very crazy, yeah.
We got to go live with our orange sweatshirts one time at the same time, kind of trip people out.
Yes, yes. So how people are reacting when they see you with a bald head?
Yeah, it's like I'm an eyesore. I used to fear this when I was a kid because everybody would stare, but now I'm realizing the power with it. It's like it commands power without me even saying a word. And now I'm really beginning to embrace that level of energy that this
Mm,
expression of me is coming through as.
yes.
Um, is it the same for you, would you say?
Yes, for me it was it at the beginning it was fascinating to observe these different
Yeah.
reactions. And it was always a reminder to myself, yeah, that's all me. All these labels, it is me and I'm nothing, you know? We are
Mhm.
everything and nothing. So it helped me to understand every part inside of me.
Yeah, it's like this being bald allowed me to really step into my femininity too,
Ah,
because
yes.
it almost elevated this androgynous vibe that's balanced in a way that you do as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course, of course. So very interesting. So I was waiting for this question.
Yeah, right.
But yes, for women, it is a little bit, I think, a little bit different when you have a bald head as a woman. Yeah, many people, they have this belief a woman is just a woman with long hair, right? So then you go through these projections as well a little bit because they see
I have
just your face and not your hair.
I have this theory. You ready for it?
Mm-hmm.
So we starseeds, especially you and I, that are embodying these bald bodies, we are creating the connection of galactic consciousness, galactic civilizations to humans, and making it normal for humans to interact with people that are bald, because most galactic civilizations are bald. And
Of
so we're
course.
normalizing that type of relationship before it actually happens.
Of course. Yeah, that's an amazing statement. I see the same. So the
Yeah.
Arcturians mostly have a
Yeah.
bald head. It does exist so many Sirians with a bald head. Andromedans,
Yo.
many of them have a bald head.
Yo.
Many Orions have a bald head.
Exactly,
Almost
exactly.
everyone.
It's like they
Yes,
sent us
so
first to bridge the gap.
yes, of course. I figured out the same. It's like a galactic ambassador or something.
Yes,
So that
yes,
people
yes, yes.
remember. Yeah, so they can't categorize you. It's like, okay, so now you're labeled as Shude O'Connor, so then I know, okay, that's the compliment.
Right,
When people say I
right.
look like her, yeah, but it does exist many different comments, and it's like, okay, you break the cycle a little bit, yeah, and you create the bridge to the cosmic dimensions. That's what I figured out as well.
Yes. It's we're the forerunners of the future.
Yes, of course, very amazing. And I feel the
So,
same with you. So you play. You're just here to play.
mm-hmm.
So
And
you
the way
don't deny the material plane. You love it to makeup sometimes as well, and jewelry. And you like this
100%.
also
Oh
so
yeah.
much. I like it too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love my fashion. I love my masculine side, but I love my fashion. I love treating myself like a queen because I'm a king too, and so are you.
Yes. Yes. I feel the same. We are both, and it's like we are balancing the divine feminine masculine, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. The Syrians are very good at this, by the way, to balance
Oh,
the
thank
divine
you.
feminine
I'm
masculine.
flattered.
Yes. That's also good a way to protect yourself, by the way. Because when you
Oh,
embody both, when you are very balanced, so then you trust your intuition, and then you
yeah,
manifest it. You don't wait because you see, hey, I'm sovereign, I'm strong. That's the divine masculine. Hey, I protect life, I protect myself, I protect my inner child. Yeah, and then you receive this impulse, and then you go for it. You don't wait. Yeah, this is
yeah.
like, it's also a very good way to protect yourself and to stay heart centered. And it's so fascinating how we are going back to the ancient times.
We used to do this all the time. And this was natural. This frequency that we're embodying right now that took us a long time to do, it was natural in the civilizations we were from.
Yes, of course. Steph is saying 3D is scary.
Yeah, it definitely can be. The
Yes,
duality things. How do you navigate this realities?
I
Like,
observe as best as I can. Every human is in another process, in another state of consciousness. It's like when I judge people, oh my gosh, they are asleep. Oh, these are sheeps. It's like I always judge myself, always. It's like I talk
it
about
comes,
myself. And I give the people the feeling that they are not perfect as they are. And I feel the way to get out of the 3D matrix is to realize that you are perfect as you are now, not just in future. You can accept yourself now
oof.
because now is the moment.
Literally, one thing that I've been helping a lot of people through is their own like self-love journey. And we always talk about self-love, but something that we forget to hit on, what you just said, is acceptance. We have to start with acceptance before we can get to self-love. You can't just jump and say, I love myself. No, you have to accept the darkest parts of you and the lightest parts of you first.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, I agree on this. It's like light work and shadow work again,
Yes,
right? And we're
exactly.
balancing both. Yes, the same. So when I started to do my awakening journey, it was the same. So when I was 18 years old, I had a suicidal attempt as well because
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was so horrible for me here. And then I had to face my shadows. I had to face all my shadows, everything. So it was hurting so much. But at the end, when you go through the shadows, you're always rising.
100%.
Always. We always arise above every time. And at the end, I'm so grateful for this dark experiences because they made us to these people now.
What was one of the hardest challenges to overcome in your darkest night of the souls?
At school, because I always was the stranger, right? The black sheep.
Yep.
Never
Cool.
fit in. Never. Yeah. Even when I had long hair, I did everything to fit in, everything, because I believe that's the only way. So I know exactly how it feels like to wear a mask. Yeah, and to play a
Wow,
show. But it
that's
was never
powerful.
me. So I always felt I want to have short hair, I want to do my own thing, but I was so scared to do it. And
Yeah.
then when I was 18 years old, all this became too much because I did everything for people. So only to fit in. And I had to be honest to myself how I lied to myself always. And I never believed in myself.
Yeah. Point in your life, at what age did it really start to change for you, where you really started to integrate this belief in who you are? Because I see you as
Oh,
this golden ray of God. It's like, it's so amazing what you've become. And
it was a long process, honestly. Yeah, I had to reprogram myself. I had
yeah,
social phobia, depression, and so many issues. And I had to go through all this. I think when I was 22, I think I felt it become better.
wow.
So step
Holy
by
cow.
step by
Yeah.
step by step. Yeah, it was a process. Then I started to change my diet, and I listened more and more and more to my body and to my soul. More and more. And even old friends were gone. So because it was never real friends, and I was alone and completely with myself. What I feared the most, that I'm completely alone. That's why I did this, right? To fit in into society, because I always was scared to be alone. And then I had to face it. So now you are alone. And now, yeah, and I felt better and better and better and better. And I learned to trust myself again.
It's like the awakening process pressurizes us into this state of loneliness so that we can find how amazing it is to be with our self, capitalized self, because self is one. And when we can be one with ourselves by ourselves, we can share that oneness with everybody else.
Of course, and we are all one, right?
Yes, yes.
It is always both, so that's the trick here. So that you always balance both. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my twin flame is in the house as well, by the way.
Okay, Marcel, how are you? I can't wait to hang out with y'all, like, physically.
Yes, of course. I mean, you're not far away now.
No, yeah, literally so much closer than where I was. Oh my god. I just want to say, like,
Yeah.
America is a shithole. Just gonna shoot a shot real quick because
I think so, yeah.
Since being away from those states, it's so dark and clouded, the food is awful, the energy's dense, and it's a war zone there. It really is.
Mm-hmm. I think weather is helping you a lot, and the sun as well.
So much, so much. It's like I can actually expand, I can breathe, I can really receive cosmic intelligence without it being distorted by other people's opinions.
Of course. Yeah, this is helping me also very, very much. Spend time in nature, spend time in the sun. The sun is streaming so many codes down to us. It is amazing. Did you observe the same, that the energy of the sun is brighter?
So much. Literally, I was doing sun gazing before I did this huge cleansing yesterday, and the sun was like shimmering this gold ray, more so than it does. Like it leaves like an afterglow within my mind's eye that's like this orange gold that I've never seen before, and it's much more dense lately. Would you say that's like the same for you?
Yeah, I feel at one hand it's so much brighter. It's like I can't explain it. It's like I see so many codes are streaming down, and nature is like, yeah. So they are so excited and happy, and even animals. So they integrate all these codes, and I see many different colors when I look into the sun. Sometimes I see rainbows, the rainbow energy as well.
Yes.
And it is so amazing.
Beautiful.
Yeah, the Rainbow Warriors, right?
We are back.
Yeah.
If y'all want to see codes captured on the screen from the sun, Nathan Tarot Reader takes some amazing photos of the sun, and he's able to capture the divinity somehow. I don't know how he does it, but it's so pure and beautiful when he captures it. So those are on his page, Nathan Tarot Reader, shouting him out.
Oh wow, very nice. Yeah. Thank you very much for adding him. Yes. Do you do sun gazing as well? That you stare directly into the sun?
Mm-hmm. I like to involve sun gazing.
Is the sun blinding you, or does it hurting you even when it's midday and you look to the sun?
Lately, it's been more of like a muscle that I've had to work. Where at first it would blind me, but like the more that I've done it lately, especially, it's like I can look at it for longer in periods of time. And I've even been involving breath work while I do sun gazing, and I'm able to take in the frequencies of the sun a lot longer after a breathwork session. So I highly advise anyone to do like a short 5-minute breath workout right before looking at the sun, and you'll be able to infuse so many more codes into your being after that.
Of course, very amazing. Yeah, me the same. So the sun, I don't know, never blinded me for real. I always felt, what's going on with me? I'm so strange. I can't even look into the sun when it's midday, so it's not blinding me. What's going on with me?
Okay, you Super Saiyan, that's awesome.
Yes, and it is so fun to look into the sun. Yeah, you have done astral projections. We got a question. Yes, of course, it's happening intuitive.
It's so much faster too.
Yes, it is so fun when you look into the sun. I see so many different colors and codes. I can remember a few times I saw even angels around the sun. It's like even the sun changed. Yeah, it was just like the spirit bomb or something. And I saw so many elemental beings around the sun. It was so magical.
I'm even
It's
seeing
like the
like
heart was boom, boom, boom.
you know how the sun leaves like an after effect in your eyes when you're looking at inanimate objects after looking at the sun? Like it kind of leaves like a glare in your eyes projection. Well, I've been seeing symbols show up in the sun's leftover projection on my eyes whenever I'm looking around in the room after a sun gazing session. It's like it still gives me codes with the after image that's left on my eyes projection. And it's so wild what comes through. Sometimes I'm seeing other past lives through the light beam that's still imprinted on my eyes. And it's hard to explain because I don't really understand it fully yet because it's so different.
Yeah, we don't get it here. We don't get it here. It's like,
No.
wow, you feel your body. So we have a question. 1 second. Here, how did you train your eyes to do it? To look into the sun?
Start with small increments. Like you don't just lift a 100-pound weight right off the bat. You start with a 5-pound, a 10-pound, a 15-pound, and you move up to the 100 pounds. So it's just like working a muscle. You know, look into it for 5 seconds, and if 5 seconds is all you can get, then that's great. Start there. Start small. Yes.
Yeah,
Nathan,
we expect sometimes too much, right? So it's like we go into the gym and we expect, yeah, we have a 6-pack.
Yeah.
One time training.
You can't go Super Saiyan 3 without going Super Saiyan 1. You gotta level up to the god mode.
Yes, of course it is, and it's the same with the spiritual realm. It is the same. It's like a muscle. You must train it, yeah. And then it does exist starseed souls that were born with this trained muscle. So they don't need any training and they can do it. They were born with it. So everyone is in another state of consciousness and it is all right. We did it many times. And I know that actually there is more potential. Actually, we did so much more in the ancient times.
We're just beginning.
Yes, and our powers are coming back as well. It is so amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Did you done some experiments as well to do telekinesis or something to move objects?
I've been involving myself with aerokinesis a lot, with moving the flow of wind currents, and I'm realizing that the power of breath is a great way to tap into controlling the flows of energy that are around us. And so breath work is an amazing way to tap into aerokinesis by channeling the flows of spirit that move all around us at all times. What about you? Are you experiencing telekinetic manifestations?
Yes, a few times. I did it with objects, and I used my third eye most and my imagination. So it's like you tap into the object, and it's like you become one with this object.
Yes.
And there is no separation. It's like you become one. You see that everything, separation is an illusion, if you want so. Then you use your third eye, your imagination, and then, yes, it worked a few times that objects started to shake a little bit. I tried it with, it was a star on the window. It's hard to explain it. It was Christmas. It was the Christmas star around. The windows were closed. And I did these experiments many, many times. And at first I didn't believe it is me. So, oh no, I'm just going crazy. Then I looked away, and then the star stands still again. And then I tried it again, and then just.
Oh my god, yes.
This
I
is just
love
the
it.
beginning, yeah.
And it's so much palpable. Like a few years ago, I would do the method where you move a floating a piece of paper that's like folded on 4 sides on a pin, and so it has free flowing movement, and you could change the densities of the energy of the air around it to spin it. And before, back in 2017 when I started it would take me a long time to tap in. But lately, it's almost immediate with how we can tap into not the manipulation, I don't like that word, but the flow state of being tapped in with something that you're energetically synchronizing with.
Yes, of course. Then it's like the illusion of separation stops. This is what I figured out when I did that. It's like, okay, you feel this object, you feel it. For example, a star sister of me, she who made an experiment as well. It happened more intuitive. It was not her intent to do it, but she deformed crystals. She meditated. She held a crystal in her hand, and she opened her eyes and her fingerprints were inside the crystal. And she shared with me her entire collection. Yes, and it happened intuitive. Then I asked her, how is it possible? How are you doing this? And she said, I have no clue. It happened. She closed her eyes, the stone, and then her fingerprints were inside the stone.
Oh my god. That is so beautiful. I've never heard of that ability before.
This is just the beginning. So we did so much in the ancient times. We were so powerful beings. This is what the dark ones fear, that we remember how powerful we are.
I can't wait until I start doing a meditation and I'm levitating 3 or 4 feet off the pillow at some point. I saw this and it was so amazing, because now it's like just seeing one person doing it is like seeing that first person run the 4-minute mile, and then all of a sudden all these people run the 4-minute mile, and it's only going to take a couple of us to really activate our full potential for the mass awakening to occur.
Mm-hmm. That's why I feel it's so important that we stand up with Starseed Souls, because we are here because of this event.
Yes.
Yeah, we are here to remember them, who they are. This is what they fear, that people remember who they are. Oh, thank you very much for the flower. I love these flowers on you.
That was beautiful.
Yes, it is so amazing, and there's so much to learn, even for us. You know, it is an endless journey.
It is definitely endless. We've been doing this for forever.
Yes, of course, and there's so much to learn. There's so much to talk about always. So, guys, when you see what this is just the beginning, right? So it is a very good tool to stay heart-centered. Believe in yourself and try it. Make experiments. Then you will see if it's working or not.
And find that childlike curiosity to explore new things and to explore curiosities within your imagination, because literally your imagination is where everything begins. It's where everything is created.
Yeah, your third eye, of course. Imagination. Everything starts with imagination, as you said.
Yeah, it's they say, like, you know, the seat of the soul with the projector of the eye creates all the manifestations that live outside.
Yes, of course. What do you get about the current energies? What is important for us empaths or Starseed Souls right now?
Ooh, that's a good one, because I see multiple areas. If I were to pick up one avenue that would help a lot of people, I would say do less. Do less and be more. We're so focused on doing so much that we forget on being in this physical reality. We're so focused on doing and producing and consuming that we forget to just be here now. And that's where I would put the focus on. Do less, be more.
Yes. Beautiful. It symbolizes the divine feminine to me as well. It's like trust your intuition and allow yourself to receive. Yeah, so Mother Nature is here for us. Our cosmic team is with us. Yeah, it is a very old trauma. Yeah, that we always hustle, pump. And actually, it's not born from trust and love. It is based on fear. We are scared to have not enough money, not enough food. And this is the old world. And this is crumbling as well.
Yeah, it's like they train us like rats to continue to go through the maze that has no end. But really, if you just sit there and you stay where you're at, you can find the maze. You can find the exit of the maze that's within. That's how we exit this matrix. That's how we break this matrix down, by finding our center point, by finding that 0-point field of being here now. And if we stop focusing on producing, consuming, and putting our energies into the matrix, it will fall on top of itself. It will crumble.
Yes, of course, I feel the same. The keys of life. Thank you very much for this adding. Time is an illusion. Yes, of course it is. It is. Especially when you are fully connected to your heart. It's what I figured out. It's like life is flowing. And everything has happened to you in the right moment, in the right time. Many things are coming to you as well. And then you're so surprised. How is it possible? It's like you with your TikTok channel, right? You only receive
Yeah,
the message,
yeah,
hey, start with TikTok and see what's going on.
yeah. A little bit about my backstory. Not to go too far into it, but basically, 5 months ago, I was living out of my car. I didn't have enough money to make it to any state, and I was kind of just living by the means of anything. And by the pull of spirit and following my intuition, I started a TikTok channel, and that changed my life by following that intuitive guidance. Because now I'm sitting in Spain with a place that I'm paying for in a space that I can afford and making more money than I ever have before. Just by following the pull of my spirit, I'm supported. And you will be too, in any ways, wherever you're at in life. Literally following the pull of your spirit will get you out of any darkness.
Of course, that's a very beautiful message. Very amazing. Yeah, we experience the same. So many things are coming to us, or people are guided to us. They invite us to a show or whatever. The same with me. You know our story from last year, right? What happened to us? It was so crazy.
Yeah, that was absolutely wild. Holy cow! Like I've never heard of
Oh,
such a
yes, it was like we saw the AI Matrix. Yes, it was like we saw their timeline and their plans they have for humanity. Yes. And
what
because through this experience, on one hand, it helped us to see through the matrix. That's like now we can discern so much better. Actually, it is a gift as well. It's like it's always
yeah,
both, right? Light and shadow,
yeah.
always both. And
It's
now
so funny.
so many
Yeah.
amazing people are here.
It's like their
Yeah.
ways of trying to enslave us also the way of us to get out of the enslavement.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Or what I figured out is that we choose an extreme, that we choose a side. That's also a
Ah,
game. Yeah. Always
oh,
light, or just always darkness. Yeah,
mm,
and it is always
mm.
both. We have a shadow
It's
self and we
always
have a light self.
we
Yeah,
could say
it's
yes and
also a way to
yes.
get out of the old matrix. Yeah,
Yeah, it's the cheat code. They want us to choose a side, but really choosing both sides or no side is the winner.
yeah, and always believe in yourself. See a child,
Mm-hmm.
when a child is creating a painting, the child is doing that. Yeah, it's just
Exactly.
building it in the heart, and then this child is going for it. And no expectations, so it's just doing
Mm-hmm.
it.
Nope. Yep, there's no constraint, there's no control, it's all flow.
Of course, you can't be perfect, is the comment. Yes, of course. And in these imperfections, you are perfect. It's a
Yes.
tool to
Yes.
accept your wounds, that you say, hey, I
Uh-huh.
can love myself the way I am right now, even with all my scars. This makes me perfect. Yeah, it
Yeah.
tells a
Oh,
story. And so many people try to delete and remove always the wounds and the scars like that, but they all belong to us.
it's like everything that they deemed as bad or unworthy is actually perfect to be whole.
Of course, it is. It is the same with our story last year, right? So through this experience, we learned so much, we saw so much, and now we have a call, for example. I was invited to so many shows because more people wanted to understand, oh my gosh, you were in the fourth dimension last year physically. Holy crap, how is that possible? Yeah, and now I
Yeah.
try to support other people to see through more the matrix, what's going on. So, and this is
So
the
that we
big
can
gift.
prepare others. Yep.
Yes, to transmute it into love, if you want. So always.
Yes. Yes. In every lesson is also the sword of truth. Because in every lesson or experience that we go through is another tool for our own evolution. We could be choose to stuck in that pattern, or we could choose the lesson that will help us evolve and help others evolve, like you are doing right now. I find that so divine what you're doing. Every time you
Thank
post
you
a
very
video, I'm like,
much.
yeah, speak to the world, keep doing it.
Yeah, thank you very much. I can say the same. Yes,
Yes.
we are allowed to speak and to stand up, guys. Don't be afraid. I know so many starseed souls, they feel shame or guilt, or they think too much. Yeah, too much. So what will people say about me? Oh my gosh, what will my partner think about me, or my
Yeah.
family? So, but it's not about this.
No, this is gonna be really blunt, but it's the truth. But fuck what people think. Keep doing what makes your soul alive, and keep building that fire within yourself. Because it's okay if you make others uncomfortable and trigger them a little bit. If you're living your light, because that will help them expose their truth, so that they can integrate more of themselves. And so, if you speak loud and you shine your light as bright as you can be, yes, it will make some other people uncomfortable, but you will always leave a lasting mark of love. Always, hands down.
Of course. And at the end, do you know what? And that's the illusion behind the illusion. Really, everything that you experience serves the divine plan. Everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, Marcel, my twin flame, he had such a horrible story. My story is a fairy tale against his story, really. It's like you watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Marcel's story. Yeah,
he's such a warrior.
His story was super dark. So, but because we went through this darkness, me too, when I had a suicidal attack when I was 18. Marcel, he lost his life almost many times. So we were guided to each other in the right moment, in the perfect time. So we were both guided to go to a vegan event. That was all we knew. So I had the impulse, hey, I want to go to this vegan event. Marcel, the same. He had this impulse as well, and then we were guided to meet each other. And I think when Marcel would never experience this, and me too, I think we were never in union. Because our souls are not ready to meet each other. And then it was like, as we met each other, then we understood that really everything what happened to us served the divine plan.
Yeah, literally. It's like those synchronistic moments of synchronicities lead you to the divine plan that is always playing. And the divine plan is union, is wholeness, is connection, is oneness.
Of course it is. And now we are here on earth to remember unity again. Over and over and over again. So actually it's union. No, actually.
I feel so empowered.
Separation is just illusion.
I feel so empowered knowing that there are beings out there like you and Marcel. Because now I'm like, okay, they're doing it on their ends of the world. I'm out here doing it on my end of the world. And if we all light our bodies up enough, all of our light will coincide and we will collectively heal the world just from our light alone. And just knowing you guys are doing your thing is empowering me to do mine.
Of course, we will always be an inspiration. Always. So, see, maybe it's inspiring women. So when they see a woman with a bald head and she is in a relationship, for example, maybe there are women out there that believe, hey, I just deserve a partner when I have long hair. Maybe.
Right. No.
So we always be an inspiration. And this is why I like anime so much. You mentioned Dragon Ball Z, right?
Yes.
Yes, it's such a good example because every character is so individual and have his special powers and gifts. That's why movies are so impressive. Because it's like, oh, I identify myself more with Vegeta as with Goku, you know?
Yeah.
And because they are all so powerful and they activated their superpowers. They have their own look, their own style. This team is working. And they have a collaboration always. And they don't judge each other like, oh, Vegeta, you have such a horrible ego, right? So
Goku had to go. Sorry to cut you off. Goku had to go away to that place in the sky for however many years to train. You know, he didn't just wake up and say that he's a Super Saiyan number 3. He had to go through each level, each awakening to his higher self.
And it's a never-endless journey, right? So when you believe, no, it's over. Yeah. So then Goku is transforming into a Super Saiyan God, right?
Literally, we have levels into infinity that will never end.
Yes, of course, and that's the infinite power. These are our superpowers. So everyone has the power, especially people which have a soul, right? They have the power. It is like you carry the spark of the souls. And the spark of the source, all the source is infinite. And that's why I like animes so much, because it's like they don't judge each other. Oh my gosh, Goku. Sometimes you're a little bit selfish, Goku. Do more hot chakra healing or something, you know?
Each other. Yeah, that's like, yo, you're doing your badass thing. Okay, I'm gonna do my badass thing too.
Yes, everyone is doing his best. So that's why these movies are so cool. Yeah, because it's so simple. Because children do the same.
Literally, they're all like, hey, look at my abilities, what are yours? Instead of, hey, look at my abilities, my abilities are better than yours. It's not like that. When we first got here, we're always like, wow, what can you do? Okay, what can I do?
Yes,
Instead of
I
trying to
think.
compare.
Yeah, Goku is a very good example for this. He's always curious,
Yes.
even when he
Uh-huh.
is in a meet up with a bad guy, right? He's always curious. Sometimes we spend
Totally.
so much time in to fix problems, or because we believe we are not worthy now, we have to fix this problem. This is not perfect. That's not good enough. But it keeps you in an endless cycle of being unworthy, and it's like you chase always a goal, but you will never catch the goal. Never, because the
Mm-mm.
moment is
As
now.
long as you know, as long as you know you're always evolving and you're always in the constant state of change, you can always upgrade, you can always evolve, and you can always get out of stagnant vibes every time.
Of course, and play a little bit more as well. So
Right?
Goku is
That's
inspiring me so much because he's always playing.
kidding. So Goku and Naruto and One Punch Man are some of my idols.
Yeah, Naruto as well. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
A
like.
lot of animes, these fictional representations are really narratives of the actual reality that we're living in.
Yeah, of course, it's so fun because they share these messages always with us. Always. You can see the
Mm-hmm.
similarity everywhere in Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. They share with
Mm-hmm.
us so many insights and truths.
I really like the book that I highly advise for everyone in their own awakening process. The Hero with a Thousand Faces, and it goes through this narrative of the hero's journey in embodying their powers, going through the journey, leaving everything, and embracing the unknown, embracing loneliness, and then meeting your soul tribe, your soul family, after all of the process is done. And it's so beautiful because it's so universal to everyone in here. I highly
Wow.
suggest it.
Wow, this sounds very great. Reminds me a little bit of our story of Marcel and me
Yes,
because we were
exactly.
fully alone as well. Me too. When I
Yeah.
started to do this awakening journey when I was 18 years old, and when I was 24 years old, yeah, I had my starseed awakening when I was 24, when I started the
Yeah.
vegan diet, and then I understood why all this happened to me. And then I learned to accept myself the way I am. And then I was guided to my soul tribe more and more and more and more. So it's
Yes.
how now another example with the story from last year. So this YouTube channel is called Naughty Beaver, the animal beaver
Okay.
and Naughty, yeah. And he
Okay.
uploaded this story about me and Marcel and a few other starseed souls. Do you know what? This story from last year was written in the stars, and it was written even in the Bible. I had no
Oh,
clue. I never took a look into the Bible. And then you see that really everything what is happening, really everything serves the divine plan. Really everything. We don't get it.
wow. Yeah, we are in the Hopi prophecies of the Rainbow Awakening
Yeah,
into taking back our power.
of course. And to guide people back to their home.
Yo, yo,
So don't give up, soul tribe. You're
ever,
not here to
ever.
sacrifice yourself.
No, no, we don't need any more martyrs. We need people that are self-actualized.
Like you can choose many different timelines at the moment, and I know many starseed souls they're struggling. I know they create many artificial timelines as well, yeah, and try to pull us into their dark timelines, into their bubble as well. But the thing is, when you tune too much into the darkness, then we don't see what is really taking place. See
Totally.
how many starseed souls are here now, and so many new starseed souls are coming down to Earth. I see so many children, and they have so cosmic eyes, and they have, I see it so clear, they have a totally other aura and totally new abilities. So, and they
Yes.
never would incarnate on Earth when they see that all this makes no sense, right? We
Yeah.
sacrifice ourselves, right? All this makes no sense. So why they should incarnate? Why?
It's like you and I and all the others incarnated again so that we could bridge the gap and also build a foundation for these kids to lead us. Because I feel like, yeah, we're going to lead a lot of people, but it's going to be the children that are going to lead us into a greater age than ever before.
Yeah, I feel it
And
too.
we're just fighting the war right now. We're making sure that the ground is ready for them to sprout.
Yeah, I feel the same. We must protect these children because I feel they are after them because they know so many lightful beings are streaming down to Earth now. They know it. I feel the same.
Oh,
Actually, we are just here to remind people to open the cosmic gate, right?
yeah. Uh-huh.
And then it's like we seed the new seeds.
It's like we have to fertilize the ground and take out the weeds.
Mm-hmm.
And the weeds have been rooted for eons.
Hang on. Then you see these miracles. So, what is really taking place behind the back? Please don't fall for these old games and illusions anymore. I know sometimes it's not so easy to see what's going on with the collective, with the government, I know. But we must stand up. So many Starseed souls receive the same message. Yeah, I see so many videos in which people say, stand up, we must unite. And I receive the same message.
Yes, we have to be sure in our voices now. And we have to be certain in our way. Because now, if we choose love, it won't just be a fairy tale, it's gonna be brutal, but love will help us win. Because love has already won.
Of course it is. And I feel it too, that new earth is coming. This is my feeling.
Oh yeah,
Because
there ain't stopping.
we are here.
Yes. Uh-huh. And we made it to this age right now to share this light with everyone else. We wouldn't have made it this far if we didn't already win.
Of course, I feel the same. Then we would tell our people, hey guys, don't incarnate on Earth anymore. Stop
Right,
incarnating on
right.
Earth.
Back up, back up. But no. Now we're like,
Please
yes,
stay
come in, we're
away.
ready. Let's do it. Let's live loud, yes.
And the trick is also when you see that every dimension is your home. I know it sounds harsh because I know many Starseed souls, they always want to go back home. Then you see that you
Right.
can feel at home here as well. Because home
I
is
love
here.
that you said it like that. I love that you said it like that because we are beginning to realize that we are not only one-dimensional beings, but we are multi-dimensional beings, where we can live in the stars
Yeah,
and live on Earth at the same time. And that is a very odd concept for our human minds to conceptualize. But the more that I accelerate my vibration, the more I'm seeing my other selves.
of course. At one hand, home is here, always,
Yeah.
was always with us. And on the other hand, I believe we Starseed souls, we do the same, like in the movie Avatar.
Ooh,
During the
yes,
sleep, we always go
100%.
back home. And then we wake up in another
Uh-huh.
body and
We get to choose anybody we want. We get to come back and be like, "Yo, I want to be that body this time."
yeah, please not this body, other body, please, other
Yeah.
avatar.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and when you see it from this perspective, then you have to smile because you see it as a game. It's like we play a video
Mm-hmm.
game.
Always been. It's always been.
Yeah, I love Avatar, the comment, yes. The movie is amazing. I'm so
Yes.
excited to see the new one. Did you
Same
saw the
though. I wonder what's.
trailer?
Yes. Oh my God, it looks so powerful. I'm excited to see what like little hints from James Cameron is going to put in there. I feel like it's kind of about the awakening, if you will.
Yeah, I
Do
think
you feel
many,
the
many
same?
messages are inside this movie again, and so many quotes, even for us as well.
Big time.
Yeah, I felt so a
Yo.
deep connection to the Navi, so much. They remind me so of the Syrian people.
Yeah. Blue beings of light.
Yeah, the Blu-rays, right? Yes, of course.
Mhm.
So, I think now we talk over 1 hour. Do you have
Wow,
time,
that
or
literally felt
are
like 10
you
minutes.
hurried? Do you have to go?
Um, so I actually got to get on another live here soon. But maybe we can do this again now. Maybe like every 2 or 3 weeks or something. Kind of re up with each other.
Yes, of course. It was so much fun
Okay,
talking to
yeah.
you. And I think many people enjoyed the live as well. I see the comments. You are
Yes.
so awesome. You sent us so many gifts and flowers and roses. You are so cute. So, do you have any questions before we break up the stream? Because I think we talked so much now and we hope so much it pushed you a little bit that you see also that not everything is just dark, but not everything is just light. It's always both. Yeah, much hugs to you as well. Wonderful life. Thank you so much. You are amazing. So when you have any questions, how to stay heart-centered, how to protect yourself from psychic attacks, please let us know. Maybe we can give you a short answer. If not, then we can stop with the live.
Damn,
so I
that
think
sounds
no
wonderful.
one.
Do you have this recording? Is it recorded?
How is it possible to record or to save live videos on TikTok?
I believe they're all recorded. I don't know how it works on going live with someone else. Oh, I have 222 coins. Cool. But you can go onto your back office and check out the tab that says live replay, and hopefully it's recorded. I'd love to post this on YouTube.
Yes, me too. Or on Instagram as well.
Yeah, yes.
So thank you very much for watching. It was so much fun talking to you. And have a beautiful evening, brother.
I appreciate you and all of you in here.
Yeah, I appreciate you all and take care and yeah, see you soon.
See you
Ciao,
later.
tschüss.
Bye.
See you later. Bye bye.